Roma is a club with a giant but also not so giant history. Roma went many years trophyless until the appointment of manager Jose Mourinho when he brought in the first European trophy of the club's history in the Conference League. Since then, Roma have sacked Jose Mourinho and replaced him with club legend Daniel De Rossi, who has now also received the sack. Roma now pin hopes on their new manager Ivan Juric. Considering the fact that this is their third manager Roma are on within the last 2 years, it's pretty safe to say that they are in desperate need for a rebuild. And that is what brings me here today. I'm so happy to finally be back in this chair, because it's been a long time coming. I have missed this so much, but we are here with a big rebuild to come back into. Roma is one that I'm actually looking forward to do very much, just because of some of the players that we have here. Although aging, we've got some players like Mats Hummels, who I reckon can actually be very big in the defence here. Paulo Dybala, also aging, but an amazing attacker, as you can see from his attributes. There are some other great players such as, Pellegrini. I know I can't even say his name. Artem Dovbik. We're back. Klex can never pronounce names, but he does look brilliant as well. 15 finishing. I hope he can be that striker for me, although it is a bit concerning looking at the clubs he's played for in the past. Never too high of a level, so hopefully we can ease him into this and have him as the number one very soon. Nikola Zalewski, of course, as a Polish man myself, I'd love to claim him. Nikola Zalewski is an amazing footballer. He will for sure be in the starting 11 no matter what, probably until the end of the rebuild. He could be the worst player on the pitch. He's staying in here. I love him. Nikola Zalewski is so talented, so is looking very good for us. Also, some big players out on loan. Tammy Abraham is probably one of the main ones. I still think he's very talented, so that could be someone that we get involved into the team from once he comes back. Who knows? If we can find that space, if Dovbik is not performing, maybe we bring him in, maybe we won't. We'll have to wait and see. Also, Bove is a very big midfielder too. All round, we've got a very good team here, and I'm excited for this rebuild. So I'll be back with you at the end of the first transfer window to show you who we've managed to add to this, who we've managed to take away from it if we've sold anyone, and also the tactic that we are running for our first season as Roma manager. I'll catch you there. So we brought in one single transfer this transfer window in Keylor Navas. He was available on a free, and I thought it would be brilliant to get him in. Of course, he has history with some of the biggest clubs in the world. Real Madrid, PSG, number one striker for both of those, goalkeeper for both of those clubs at one point. He looks to be a very brilliant signing. He's done well so far, and I think he's ready to be our number one in this season. And then taking a look at the tactic, we've gone for a 3-4-2-1. I think it does kind of resemble a little bit of current day Roma, but it's got that little bit of man like Klex pizzazz on it, I wanted to say man like Klex touch, but that sounds very wrong, especially with everything going on in the world right now. But we're not getting into that. We're getting into FM. 3-4-2-1. I think this formation suits our striker and two attacking midfielders perfectly. I can't be bothered to pronounce his name, so I'll just show you the best 11. Dovbik, Dybala and Pellegrini, they are kind of the players to build around in this first season. Maybe longer, we'll check after the season's done. Pellegrini, Dybala, Dovbik, they are going to be the main players. Like I don't know if I said, but Zalewski will be locked in as left wing back, just because I feel like he's better than all the other options there. Angelino can sit on the bench if he thinks otherwise. All round, the team does look pretty good. Of course, Navas in goal, on sweeper, keeper, defend. Hummels in front of him. It's a bit aging at the back, but it's okay. For a first season, it will do. And that's proven well so far, as we are 4th in the Serie A so far. I think that's a pretty good one so far. I mean, 1 draw, 2 wins. I'll happily take it, let's be honest. One of the highest, tied highest goal difference as well, with 2 4-0 wins. I think is a very big start to the season, and it shows something that we can build off of for the rest of it. So I'll be back at the end of this season with hopefully some good results. Hopefully it can carry on the way that we've started off, and we can end in the top 4. I'll catch you there. Okay, so we're back, end of season 1, and the player stats look pretty alright for a first season. I won't lie at all. Artem Dovbik on 27 goals and a 7.18 average rating as our highest for both. I think that's a pretty good start. I think it's something to build off of for sure. He can do better than that though, so that's what we're going to be pushing for the rest of this rebuild, him to do better than that, because I think it is possible. With us getting Tammy Abraham back as well, getting more competition there will be very, very helpful. Also, Nikola Zalewski as top assists. I called it. What can man like Klex knows ball, man. It's a 15 assist from him. Can also see that Keylor Navas is best pass completion, most player of the match rewards for Dovbyk, but those are irrelevant stats. We care about how we've managed to do in the league and other competitions. So let's take a look at how we managed to do. That's a good season. That is a brilliant season actually. 76 points gets us within the top 4, but we've also won a cup competition, sorry. That's big. The last time Roma has won the Coppa Italia was back in the 07-08 season. So to win it here in our first season in the row is massive for the club and the fans. I'm sure they are loving every bit of it. Roma in the top 4 as well means we get Champions League football next season, something that they did not have this season. So, you know what? That ain't half bad. I'm happy with it. Taking a look at the team again, you can see I'll sort by the best 11, and not much has changed. Yeah, not much has changed whatsoever. But I think all round it's looking good from us. Of course, we've got some aging players. Keylor Navas, Hummels, both quite aging, so they could be looked to get replaced this season. But otherwise, do I see any other issues? I don't think so, really. I mean, a player like Zeki Selik, if I've said that right, he's doing quite well on average rating, although he doesn't look all that. For some reason, he always does well for me in the game, so I think that's someone that I might keep, might sell. That's one I'm 50-50 on. But currently, if I am going to look for anyone new, it would be a goalkeeper or a centre back. So I'll sim to the end of the next transfer window to show you if we managed to bring in anyone in those positions, or if we have managed to sell anyone from the club. Any tactic changes, we'll see there. So unfortunately, we have actually gone and sold Zeki Selik for £13 million to Al Qadsia in Saudi Arabia. We've also gone and sold Matthew Ryan to Lyon for £4 million. However, those sales were all funds going towards our signings. We brought in Marco Carnesecchi for £10 million. I think he'll be a great goalkeeper signing to have, someone to replace Keylor Navas, who is, of course, I think about 39 now, so definitely big signing. And our final piece of business for this window is Raul Bellanova, and good God, look at how he started the season. 8.53 average rating in 3 games, 4 goal contributions, massive start from him. We've also signed him from Atalanta, £20 million this time, brilliant replacement for Sekit. So now let me show you how I am placing out the tactic this season. Changed it up a bit. We went for a 2-striker system rather than a 1-striker system. Instead, we've got the deep lying forward next to Dovbyk, who will be an advanced forward. Honestly, so far, it looks like it's been working. I will not lie to you. I will, of course, I think focus on having Carnesecchi in goal over Keylor Navas, as Navas, he's aging, 38 years old. He got in a start, but then he got injured. I think for the rest of this, we probably will be locking in Carnesecchi. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll try out not locking him in. Who knows? We'll give it some time and see. Also, of course, Mats Hummels, another player aging, 36, but the stamina's it's not there much. He's in a 3 at the back though, so hopefully it will carry him through it. Yeah, no, having a deep line forward in the team is very helpful. Someone directly next to Dovbyk. And of course, that is kind of a position where Tammy Abraham is relatively good playing in, so I would have hoped for him to be playing there. However, if he isn't performing, then Dybala is always there. So far, like I said, it's been working out, and wow, 7 goals for Dovbyk, 8.87 average rating, 3 games in and 8 goal contributions. I don't know if I'm dreaming or what. This is the striker that I was talking about getting us somewhere. I said we were going to build off that last season, and we finally are doing it. 3 goals above second place, 4 goals above third place in the goals ranking. If he doesn't win this, I don't understand. If he doesn't win the highest goal scorer, I don't understand. Brilliant start to the season from us. 10 goal difference, 3 wins, including, you know, a very, well, I want to say very, but a quite difficult win against Fiorentina. I think that's a match that could have been lost. All round, very, very decent start to the season. So I think if we can manage to carry this through to the end of the season, we could win the league. No pressure there, but we could win the league. So I'll be simming to the end of this season and hoping to come back to you with a league title in hand, because I can tell it's very, very possible in this second season. I will catch you there. So we're back here at the end of season 2 now. Player stats look even better than before, but not by much, I'll be honest. Artem Dovbyk, I still can't say his name. 28 goals, 3 assists and a 7.2. Now I was expecting something in the 40s and I catfished myself with that start of the season. Only 21 more goals within 44 games. Not as great as I would have liked, but it's alright, we'll move on from there. Best player this season though, by far, Raul Bellanova, 21 assists and a 7.28 average rating. All round, all competitions, is a brilliant season, especially for his first season at Roma. Honestly, brilliant signing, bargain. £20 million for someone of that level is an amazing signing. Let's take a look at how our tactic has been. Oh no, not our tactic, sorry, competitions. That's what we came here for, competitions. Let's take a look at how that has gone for us this season. And I wasn't expecting it, but we won the league in our second season. I was not at all expecting that. I was expecting maybe a third at most. To win the entire league as well as another Coppa Italia, making it a double for this season, is absolutely massive. Nearly a treble. We were just 1 goal of a draw. Obviously, it's 2 goals of winning the trophy in the Supercoppa Italiano, sorry. That is that okay, you know what, that's a brilliant season either way. There's no way to be upset about it. 85 points, meaning that we've outpoint I can't even speak English anymore. I just said outpointed. Never mind, man. What a brilliant season that was. 2 wins above second place Juventus. I think that is amazing for a second season. You can tell I'm genuinely shocked by that one. But let's take a look at our best 11, see what team did that for us. Honestly, not much has changed. I mean, Abraham, as I previously mentioned, you know, he's into there now. He's a deep line forward now. Both, another player who's kind of in there now. He's finally made his way into the first team. But otherwise, it all looks very similar to the season before. So I think that is a very good season. I'm excited on building off of this, to be honest. I don't know where to go now because that's kind of shoved us right in the deep end. Hopefully we can just manage to build off that next season and kind of finish around the same place. That's all you can hope for, because that first place is going to start setting expectations from the fans. Honestly, brilliant season. Roma haven't won it within the last 20 years, I believe, at minimum, because I don't see them anywhere on this list. So it's going to be massive to the fans. That is a great season. So I'll catch you at the end of the third transfer window. See if we brought in anyone to build off of this, anyone leaving the club. I'll show you all of that in just a second. So we're here, third season transfer window, and this first signing may seem like a massively weird one to you off the beginning, but let me just explain myself. Let me talk. Got him on a free signing from Crystal Palace, Odsonne Edouard, someone who's shown sometimes some promising football and other times quite poor football, to be honest. But I think he's got the perfect build. He's got the speed, he's got the strength, he's got the build to make it in Serie A. He won't be starting at all, let's be honest. He's never getting in over Dovbyk or Abraham or Dybala. Let's be honest, he's not getting in over either three of them. So I mean, he's gonna be a squad player, if not a fringe player, let's be honest. But I really do hope that we can get something out of him. Someone who we brought in as, I guess it's a bit of a risky Hummels replacement, to be completely honest with you. Arona Sangate. We brought him in from Havre AC, sorry, not FC, from Ligue 1 in France. He's had a full season of football, just about. He never performed the greatest, so this is a big step up for him, and it might be a bit much to ask for him, but I think he looks natural in a three at the back. You know, his best is as a wide centre back. So I'm really hoping that he can find his way into that back three. Hopefully, you know, be something to add to it. So far, he hasn't looked too great, but just that, all I can hope is that he does eventually start contributing a bit more. So far, though, looking at the tactic, it's been very good. We've run the exact same tactic. Honestly, the team looks the exact same, other than, of course, Hummels retiring since then. But we are first in the league once again. 3 games, 3 wins, and some massive ones. 3-0 at home to Juventus, 1-0 away at AC Milan is brilliant. And a 2-1 win at home to Atalanta. We took all of their players anyways. They were never going to beat us. No, honestly, that's a big start to the season. I'm excited for this one. So, yeah, I think we're ready. I'm going to sim to the end of this season to show you the results. And I'm hoping for something big. I'm not going to say we're going to win it again. I'm hoping for like a 2nd place. Really and truly, though, I want to see us start getting up there in the Champions League, because that is the main competition. So I'll sim to the end of the season and I will catch you there. So end of the 3rd season has come. Player stats look honestly identical to the season before. I'll be honest, 21 assists for Bellanova. I've seen that somewhere before. 7.47 average rating, though. It just shows how much he has added to this Roma side. Someone who I would recommend all of you to go out and get, just because of the fact that he is so good. He's exceptional. He's got everything that you'd need in a right back, and I think he is amazing for the price. Otherwise, Dovbyk has ended the season on 26 goals and a 7.19. He's definitely become that main striker for us, scoring goals every season. He's been the top goal scorer 3 consecutive seasons now, so quite brilliant from him. Some other people on there, you know, best pass completion and all that, but what we really care about is competitions. Honestly, 3rd, I'm expecting. No more than that. A decrease in player stats, I reckon. I think 3rd, 2nd at most. So we've won it. We've won it 2 consecutive seasons now, but only by 2 points. So could have very easily, oh yeah, and that's because of a loss on the final day. So could have very easily lost that. But either way, we're taking it because it's another league win, and I know everyone has to be happy with that one. That is a major success. 2 consecutive league titles for a club that hasn't won it in how many years? That is a brilliant result. So I'm very happy with that. So let's take a look at the tactic. All round, I think is okay, yeah, that's something that I need to explain. This is the tactic that I didn't run this for the past season. This is the tactic that I'm thinking about running for next season. I'm thinking about. I don't know if it's confirmed yet. I'm thinking about. Obviously, I don't know who's going to leave the club, who's going to stay, or how this will do over pre-season. But so, like, as of right now, this is how I see the team going. So, yeah, places to improve on. A left back, perhaps, if we are going to stick with this tactic, because, of course, Zalewski would be moving up. So if we are going to stick to this, then a left back could be very useful. Otherwise, I don't really know, I'll be honest. Shadow striker, I don't know. Abraham has been doing quite well as the deep line forward, so yeah, perhaps we could go for a shadow striker, who knows, but mainly would be left back or a centre back, to be honest, because I know that these lot aren't the greatest, the current centre backs. So I would be stimming to the end of the next transfer window to show you if we have brought in any of those signings, sold any players, or if we will be sticking to this tactic or not. It all depends on how we do over the preseason, and I will be back with you after that. So we've only gone big this entire transfer window. We've brought in Valentin Carboni from Inter Milan, £15 million the fee. I think that's going to prove a big signing. I don't know if he'll be starting. He probably will be starting, but because so far he's been quite good. A goal in a start and 2 appearances off the bench. Quite well, cannot complain of that whatsoever. Good money, and he's a young talent. We've also gone and brought in Jean-Claude Todibo from OGC Nice. I don't think, ever since coming back from West Ham, he never really had too much of a favoritism at Nice, I guess. So we came in, we swooped him up on a free. Actually, last season he did play 54 games, so I can't say much on that. But he is a very, very talented centre-back, and I'm so happy to have him in. As everyone knows, he is brilliant. Finally, someone who, as a Man United fan, I don't think I can actually say this, but I really, really do like the way he plays. Diogo Jota is a brilliant footballer, and I'm happy to have brought him in on a free from Liverpool. They let him go. He wasn't favoured there at all. In his last season, 0 starts and 9 appearances off the bench. Season before that, 2 off the bench, meaning he only had a total of 11 appearances all off the bench within the last 2 years. I can see why they let him go. Honestly, I think he can be a great player. I don't think he should be starting for us at all, but I think he can be a great player, so I hope that can carry into our team. We're taking a look at how we've altered the tactic from when I last showed you it. Of course, before I was showing you it with a left inverted winger. The entire back line was as it was, and the shadow striker was on the opposite side, I believe. We've basically inverted the whole thing and moved Zalewski back to a wing back on the left side. It's a big ask from the centre backs to move to play more wide, but we've moved Cristante to a ball winning midfield on defence. So hopefully he will be dropping down a tiny bit lower, won't be going forward as much as he would have on the defensive midfielder support role, which will be Bove's role now. I believe he should just be he should be the defensive midfielder on support, while Cristante stays on the defensive role and Zalewski goes up to support the attack. I think this can be a good tactic. So far, it's not been the best, but it's only been 3 games, only 1 loss, and it's a quite difficult match to win, let's be honest. A 2-0 loss away at Napoli it's not, you can't say confidently I would have won that. So, I mean, two wins, and honestly, if it wasn't for that 5-1 win there, which is a very big result, I don't think I would have kept this. But I saw the scoreline and thought, okay, I think we're going to keep this going. I think this is going to be a great tactic. It's going to prove a lot of people wrong that are watching now and saying, no, he's not going to win the league again. Trust me, I will. I might be pushing it, but I'm hoping to retain the league. If I can't, a 2nd place will be more than enough for me with a brand new tactic. I'll be simming to the end of the season to show if I have managed to make that happen or not. Hopefully I have. So we're here, end of the 4th season, the penultimate season. Player stats are better, thank the Lord, thank everything. 36 goals for Dovbyk, and our highest average rating, highest performing individual. What a player he has proven to be over his 134 appearances in a Roma shirt. I think he's been brilliant this save. Someone who I'd recommend to you to try out for sure, because he's someone who's quite hidden. I'll be honest, I never heard about him. I never heard who he was before this save. So he's quite a big player. Pellegrini actually as our highest assists. Someone who I never expected to be out there, to be honest. But basing it off player stats, I reckon we've retained the league. And I will go out on a limb and say that we have probably quarterfinals in the Champions League. Otherwise, I'm not sure about other competitions, but am I awake? We've won the Champions League. Okay, hold on. I need to rewind this for a second. Okay, so league phase, we only went through on the playoffs. Never even qualified automatically. Against Borussia Dortmund, we played off and beat them 6-3 on aggregate. I'm still shook. Hold on. Round of 16s, we beat Tottenham 3-2 on aggregate. Okay. Quarterfinals, we Man United 6-3. That's big. Semis, we beat PSG. It's only PSG. 4-2 in the finals on aggregate. To go on to play Chelsea in the finals and beat them 2-1 in extra time. We've won the Champions League in our 4th season. We've got a whole nother season left of this rebuild and nothing to accomplish in it. The biggest trophy of them all has been won. I'm putting my hands up. I'm laying back. I'm good. I can retire today. Honestly, big season. Looking at the best 11, it's kind of shifted around. Certain players have actually gotten more game time than expected, such as Jota. I was expecting him to be a bench player, to be honest. Honestly, massive season. I don't know how to build off of that. Sounds familiar. I don't know how to build off of that. So, honestly, places to improve, God knows. I really have no idea. Perhaps a proper centre-back. Because from what I can see, Todibo never actually got much game time. 7 appearances total for him. So, I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's just him being poor, or him not being favoured over someone like Mancini, who hasn't been great himself. So, I mean, yeah, maybe a proper centre-back to move on in our final season. I'll sim over to that season, the end of that 5th and final transfer window. Hopefully we've managed to bring in someone big, a couple big ones, because we've got some big expectations for this next season. I'll catch you there. Well, we're back in our 5th and final transfer window, and honestly, we've been Atalanta's worst enemies. We've signed Charles de Ketelaere from Atalanta. We've signed him for £45 million, more than I thought we did actually. But we've signed him because I like how he plays. I think he's great. I think he's good. He's very good versatility. Great English. He's very good versatility. Love it. He's very versatile. I like the fact that he can be that advanced forward if we do need him to be. Can also be that deep line forward if we need him to be, and an attacking midfielder in any role also if we do need him to be. That is probably the main role for him this season, if he will be playing shadow striker or, you know, as the attacking midfielder behind the 2 strikers. I think he's a brilliant signing. Next, we brought in João Painha, someone who, honestly, I wasn't expecting to bring in. But I saw his price tag, I saw where he was coming from, and thought we need to do it. 14 stamina for a 33-year-old. But we've signed him for £15 million. I think it's a bargain for someone who's so brilliant at what he does. Just look at those mentals and tell me that there isn't something special about him. We've had to go and bring him in, and we've done it. I don't know if he'll be starting. I doubt it. He will probably just be that backup. But he'll be a great player to back our players up, and that's exactly what we need when pushing for a Champions League. Finally, we got our real centre-back that I was talking about. Castello Luqueba has come in on a free transfer from RB Leipzig. Definitely someone who I would 100,000% recommend to every single person watching, because his contract often does expire in that 27-28 season, and that is when you can swoop in and get him in. As you see, Roma's not the biggest club in the world, and I was still able to bring him in. Wage is quite high, let's be honest, but if you've got the money for that wage, 100% worth it, because his value is so much more than that. As you can see already, 86 to 94 million. You could easily sell him on very soon. Obviously this won't be carrying on longer than a season, but if I do carry on after the video's done, he could very easily be sold for 100 odd million. So someone I'd recommend to all of you. Looking at the tactic, and we're going the exact same. This is kind of how I plan to run it for this season, with Palinha as the defensive midfielder on support. I don't think that is the best 11, is it? Oh, it is. So it will be the AI probably will be running him as that defensive midfielder. Hopefully they do, because he's brilliant. All round, this has done very well so far though. 4 games in and 4 wins. Some big wins there too. 2 away wins, both of them won by 3 goals. 5-2 away at Hellas Verona and a 4-1 win away at Salernitana. always struggle with that name. 3-0 win against Sassuolo and a 4-1 win against Parma. That means all of our matches we played, we beat them by 3 goals. So that is quite good. Great start to the season, good goal difference above every single other team, and I'm excited to see what we can pull out of the bag for this 5th and final season. So I'll be simming to the end of it to show you our results and everything that we've done in this season. I'll see you there. So 5th season player stats, and we have done even better. 40 goal season for Artem Dovbyk. Brilliant. 31 years of age. He's aging like fine wine. He's getting better and better over the years. Started off as a 7.17 average rating, about 25 goals. Now we're on a 40 goal season. So he's been improving so much over the years. Experience has definitely helped him, and I'm so thankful to have him at the team. Tammy Abraham, another player who's done so well this season, someone who I had so much trust in to do well over his time when he came back from loan. Honestly, I'm so thankful that we did keep him and didn't end up selling him, because look at that season he's had. 43 goal contributions in 50 starts, I believe. 7.33 average rating, our highest in the entire team. Nikola Zalewski, highest assists. Someone who I've trusted in from the beginning, and he's come through. Definitely a massive season, so I'm guessing we won the league and we won the Champions League. I don't know if I'm pushing it or not, but we'll take a look at competitions and we'll check. Okay, I don't mind. We won the league for the 5th and final season 3 times this entire save. Semi-finals of the Champions League, quarter-finals Coppa Italia, and semis of the Supercoppa Italiana. Runners-up of the Super Cup as well. So we had potential to win 5 trophies and only walked away with 1. Slightly unfortunate, but it's okay because we won the league title, which is a very big one out of all of those. Let's be honest, we destroyed the competition this time. 5 points clear. They needed quite a bit to catch up to us, and I can say the same thing for that goal sheet chart, for the goals chart. Sorry, 31 goals for Dovbyk. No one else within 5 of him. 23 is the next highest. So honestly, big final season. I am so happy with that entire rebuild as a whole. Taking a look at the tactic for one final time, you can just see how much our team has evolved since the first game. Brilliant from the first season till now. Todibo still never got any game time, who cares? Palhinha got game time, didn't do great, who cares? I'm going on a slight rant now, but all round I'm gonna class this rebuild a success. I think that this was a successful rebuild. I think all round we've done very well in rebuilding Roma. We've got them trophies, we got them money back, we've got all of it. We've still got a bit of debt left, so that could have been something to clear up, but I didn't end up doing. But got a good balance, got a good transfer budget, meaning that the club is, trusting in me. I think all round that's been a brilliant rebuild, and I want to know if you guys have as well. So that marks the end of what I count a very successful rebuild and a great rebuild to return back to. I'm so thankful to be back on YouTube, and I hope that you guys are too. If you did enjoy that rebuild, please leave a giant like on the video. It goes so far. And I like to ask you guys to to rate my rebuilds. If you can rate my rebuild from 1 to 10, 1 if you think maybe not so great of a rebuild, and 10 if you think it was a brilliant rebuild, then it would be very appreciated. Also, do leave a reason why. Notification bells right there to be clicked, know the next time that I post. And I'm so happy to have all of you back watching this. Hope you have a great day after this, and I will catch you in the next one.